Lords podcast.
All right, and we are live. Iron Lords podcast, lordsofgaming.net, and we are in the realm. Who is this fine gentleman in the realm today?
I'm doing very well. I'm William. Very nice to meet you all. Thank you for coming on Focus on Entertainment booth today.
Nice.
I'll be talking a bit about Chants of Sennaar. Would that be all right?
Yes, that would be awesome.
Okay.
So tell me,
right.
okay, and William, what is your role with Chants of Sennaar?
Okay, so I am an associate line producer at Focus Entertainment.
Okay.
So I'm not following this game normally, but I'm the one in charge for Chants of Sennaar
Gotcha.
at this PAX.
Nice.
So I know pretty much everything you need to know.
We like that.
So I can be of some help, I guess, here.
Oh, you could be great.
So this game is a point-and-click puzzle game.
Okay.
So basically, you're controlling this little guy here. That
Let's
you
get
can
right
see
into
here.
it.
All right,
Yeah. You take the driver's seat. You go.
So
Sit, sir. Comfortable.
you are controlling this little fella here, and the aim of the game is to understand the languages, the different languages that are in the game, and basically how to communicate with people. And I'll make you understand the role you have in the game.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
this little fella here is the main character, and you can go to someone to talk to that person, and you'll have glyphs basically everywhere.
Gotcha.
So we're a bit in the demo.
Okay.
So it means that we have already started understanding some of the glyphs.
Gotcha.
So for example, we know that this is closed door. So we know
Right.
this glyph and this one.
Gotcha.
And we still need to find what it is all about these two.
Okay.
So you can move around basically with your mouse, as in a point-and-click game, and you have your journal that you can access here.
Okay.
So basically, that's where you store information. You can guess, basically, from the start, you know nothing, as
Right.
Jon Snow would say.
Right.
You know nothing, just Snow. So, all right, you can type a guess here. For example, that could be, I don't know, worship, for example. So I type worship, and now I have a guess at this glyph.
what
I don't
could
know
be?
if it's all right now, if it's
Okay.
the exact translation, but I can guess. And in here, I have the exact meaning. So I store the information in my journal, and then when I've put the glyphs at the right spot, I have the correct meaning. And
Gotcha.
it helps me understand the language and then the universe. that I am.
Gotcha. Now let me ask you this question: as you try to decipher these glyphs and get more understanding, now do these things actually that open or progress puzzles, or like places you can go? Like, what's the purpose once you actually solve something from a glyph standpoint? What does it advance gameplay wise?
Okay, so normally the puzzles and the riddles make you understand the glyphs, and when you do, it will allow you and the players to understand the universe and your role.
Gotcha.
So it's all basically a very elegant game design ideas
Gotcha.
that is linking riddles and puzzles with the languages and the
Got
glyphs
it. Okay.
to make you understand your role.
Gotcha.
Because this is behind the scene information.
Let's go. Oh, we get that exclusive. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's get that. Let's go.
we have a first language here. So this is just a normal man or a devotee with a given language. But I can go up to this warrior here, and you'll see that this is a different language altogether.
He's very
So
aggressive.
you can see that now I have a different language. And so basically, that are new glyphs.
Wow.
So it means that people in this world, they're not necessarily capable of talking to each other.
Okay.
Because that's different languages.
Gotcha.
And so we can infer that I will have a special role in this game because my aim is to master all 5 languages.
Gotcha.
And so maybe I'll be the only one able to understand everyone.
Gotcha.
And so that will maybe provide me with a big role.
Now let me ask you some background questions as far as the main character, the overarching narrative, as far as we're putting these languages together, we're trying to connect things, but what is this person's role in the story?
That would be a major backseat, so do you really want to have this information?
I'm going too deep. So basically, this will be revealed.
Exactly,
as
in
we
the
go
game.
through.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this would be really providing all of the late game information, and I think that's really a shame. So I'm
No,
not
I
that
agree.
inclined
No,
to
you
do
keep
it.
that. We keep that for the play.
But basically, you have an important role to play. But the game will explain it as itself. It will explain it to you
Awesome.
through the languages you discover and the glyphs you uncover.
Gotcha. Now, one thing I really like and appreciate about the game is the art style. It's a very stylish. When you say this is cel shaded, like tell me about about the graphical design? Is this using Unity, Unreal? What are we using from that stuff?
Well, to my knowledge, this is Unity, and it's just a two-man team.
Wow.
Doing part-time job on this one.
Okay.
So 2 French men, which are really talented, as you can see.
Oh, yes.
And it's quite, I would say, challenging because you're not always in this sort of a 3D isometric view. It's not only top-down, it can be much more zoomed out.
Okay.
So it's nearly camera rails and camera approaches which are very different from one screen to another.
Gotcha.
So that's really a big challenge for this project, and it makes it very refreshing.
Yeah, it's totally
Screens are very different one from another.
Really like it. I would love you to keep progressing so I can see more of the world.
So, for example, we could infer that this one is me because I've played the game, so that would make sense.
that would help.
And if this is me,
right?
All right. So he's pointing at himself.
So he's got to be me. Yeah.
And he says
that's
that
you.
is you. So that should work.
Right.
And if it's not, it's the other way around. And so we thought that it was greetings, but in another room. And it is greetings. And this one is me actually, and this one is you. So I'm finding more words here. And then I can, for example, play a card game here because the main gameplay is just point and click, going from screen to screen. But you actually have some gameplay within the gameplay.
Okay.
You have a card game here, which is basically to help you understand how the different roles played with each other in the game.
Animation is nice. Continue.
So, if, for example, I have chosen a warrior and he picked sort of a normal man, and since the warrior is higher in society, I have won this round. I won this round.
So basically like a hierarchy, a societal hierarchy based on the cards. Okay.
Exactly. And this is very linked, sort of a Tower of Babel or something like this.
Yes.
We're trying just to reach the top, and it's very hierarchy based.
Nice.
And so it's very.
So what's going on with the abacus looking thing? I'm curious. What's that about?
But it's just a game, and you're trying to have the overhand in the game. So you try to play against the opponent and to have the biggest and most powerful card on the board. And so when you play, you had a lot of glyphs everywhere, and now you found about these glyphs, you have new possibilities here, and then you can infer what that is. So, for example, what could that be? This one here. What glyphs could that be here?
Trying to think. There's so many that we can think about. As far as what that could be, as far as just its actual structure itself, I mean, I don't even know where to go with this, to be honest.
So that would be a warrior. That would make sense.
He's the warrior, clearly.
So that would be a warrior.
Right.
That would make sense. Okay, so we can put the warrior here. So what is it? Sort of a deity, a god, something?
Yeah, like some deity, god, like
god or deity. All right. So we can put it here. That would be what? A normal man? Just a man?
Yeah, so man.
Okay, normal man. All right. Let's type in it. And what would that be? Some sort of a religious people?
Religious figure, priest or something.
Priest? Oh, all right, priest.
Wow.
How about a correct guess?
How about correct guess? Okay.
For the first try. And then you see, you have a man, a devotee.
Devotee. Now wait, I gotta stop you. Now you said priest, right? So what does the algorithm kind of fit to what's similar in style to what the glyph could be? Because we didn't get a one-to-one match. Exactly. So I'm just curious as how that algorithm works.
Well, it's actually always the same answers at a given time.
Okay.
But the game is on purpose allowing you to just progress as you see fit or as you want to understand. So you're not blocked by the game because you have mismatched the glyph.
That's what I was
or because you're just far off.
Gotcha.
You can be way far off and at some time just randomly choose a glyph and find an answer. And that's a way of discovering the game and just making headway.
No, I get it.
It's very flexible at
It's
some
flexible.
point.
Gotcha.
But it will always be the same answers.
Gotcha.
In any game you might make.
That's really cool. It's really cool. It's a unique take, and one thing that I appreciate about it is that it to me, it's really kind of teaching you about different cultures and trying to understand. You almost have like a hieroglyphic aspect of it from the glyph standpoint, and then you have like a culture and language aspect of it. There's a lot of different moving parts to it, but it's really cool because it doesn't hold your hand, but it's not blocking you to the point where you have to be so specific.
Exactly. So we can move around a bit here. I'm just amazed to see that this is just a work of art, like just two people.
The art style is beautiful for two people.
Two people.
It's really, it's a very charming game, very charming art style. So we have that indicator. Someone's coming out. Uh-oh. Someone's here to talk to us. You, me.
Okay, so you need to pay attention to the animation. So this little guy here said, "Come with me," and ran away. So what would that be then? Follow, maybe?
Yeah, follow. Definitely follow. Definitely follow.
That would make sense.
Okay.
And
So now
here
we're
we
gonna
go.
go.
And here we go, playing with it.
Gotcha.
Is there maybe a bit more we want to know about this game, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any more things you share, because I mean, the things about it. Now, as far as from a level design, as far as progression, right? Now, once we start unlocking more things, you know, I know a lot of the character backstory is shrouded in mystery, but I do want to know from a progression standpoint, is it level based? There's a certain amount of levels you get to, or is it something that it's just still organic within this one scope of world and you're just moving around this one particular area in the world?
It's, as you said, the second option is very, I would say, world-based.
Okay.
It's, as we said, we mentioned the Tower of Babel,
Yes.
which is quite a good example for this game. And you're just going from one level of the tower,
Okay.
which is really defined by the aesthetics, basically the colors you have. So you have it's really color code based in this
Gotcha.
game, with very warmed color in the first in the beginning, and you're going to evolve into a very complete different experience, and so very world based. But the transition are very elegant. Again.
Awesome. Yeah, man, loving the art style. Absolutely impressed that this is just the work of two people, and we are looking forward to more on Chants of Sennaar. This is really cool. So as far as platforms, what are we looking at, and how close may we be to release?
Okay, so asking the real questions. So as far as I know, you can see that we plan on releasing on the Nintendo Switch and on PC.
Nice.
So obviously when we think about the Nintendo Switch, obviously there are sort of the two versions of the Switch, handheld and docked.
Yes.
So it's an additional challenge for the game. It's something we're really looking forward and looking out. We plan on SIP shipping. That's important for us.
Okay.
SIP shipping. So it's Nintendo Switch and the PC. That would be very
potential time frame of possible.
That would be too dangerous for me. if I say this, it would.
We're still in development.
It is.
How far along are we?
This game is really in production.
Okay, got it.
So,
in production.
They've really refined what they wanted to make, and now we're in production.
Awesome.
And the studio, I want to mention this because
Yes.
it's important for us.
Please.
We're helping the developers, but we really want to praise the developers for what they've done here. So it's Run This.
Yes.
This little logo you see here.
So-
Two French people, which is really doing an amazing job on this game.
That's
so
awesome,
We're really looking forward to what they can produce, and more to come. Really, more to come, and more information to come. But
Looking
no
for
release date.
No release date as of now. But Switch, PC, Run This, Chants of Sennaar. Very charming, very unique game. Very unique game. Art style, the glyphs, deciphering, language, culture. We're really looking forward to it. Thank you for your time again.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure.
Gentlemen. A pleasure.
Brown,
Thank
check
you
this
very
out.
much.
Chants of Sennaar, y'all. A little underrated gem. Keep your eye on it.
Cheers.